joined. I will introduce it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you'll be watching this session. Welcome to the newspaper review for today. I am Ayo, and I'll be reviewing with you today. As you all know, today, just yesterday, there was another protest in the heart of Ibadan. And this protest had a lot of persons who came outside, ranging from traders, artisans, students' union, and different other people who went to the heart of Ibadan to protest on the hike in the prices of commodities. Beyond that, even for the hardship that is going on in the country. But very quickly, let's look at the news in details before we go into our review for today. Few weeks after residents of Kano, Niger, Osun, and some other parts of the country took to the streets over economic hardship, a similar incident occurred yesterday in Ibadan, Oyo State capital, where protesters converged on Mokola area of Ibadan over high costs of living, food inflation, and hardship in the country. According to some of these people, they said the promises that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made to them was not fulfilled. And it is bringing a lot of Nigerians to ask that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually made any promises in the first place. I mean, we all saw the video all over the internet before he became the president, where he said they are going to slow down the economy of the country in order to take away the purchasing power of the people. Should we call this a promise? So, according to some of these protestants, in the placard they had with them, they had it written on the placard that most of the promises President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made to them was not fulfilled. They said most of the promises were not fulfilled. The things they were expecting from the Emiloko regime was not given to them. But in the protest yesterday, we had a lot of policemen on guards who ensure that the protest did not end. The protest did not end in a fight or something. At the same time, a lot of Nigerians are reacting to the fact that since the president did not make any promise to Nigerians, then whatever they see, they should accept it. And to even think that the protest is coming from the Westerners, Nigerians are reacting to the fact that it is the Westerners that were screaming, Emiloko Omowani is our son, let's allow him to do it. And to think that the protest is now coming from the Westerners. This brought a lot of shock to the heart of Nigerians. And a lot of people are also saying that the protest should not be about ending hardship or ending the struggle, that the protest should actually be about ending this administration. A lot of pain, trouble, and sorrow to most Nigerians because of the hike in prices of things since the fuel subsidy removal was came into place. We see that things are becoming expensive unusually. Things are Nigerians could no longer afford the basic things that they have been able to afford before, and people are saying it should not be about ending the ending hardship. It should be about ending this administration, and we are bringing this to you as our viewers. What do you think about this protest? Because with the way things are going, there's tendency that war is coming. War is coming. And as the popular saying says, a hungry man is an angry man. I mean, when a person has not eaten for days, what do you expect of them? They will one day become angry. One day they will be pushed to the wall. One day they will no longer be able to fight the hunger. And the next thing that comes to their mind is how to survive. Now, this survivor is not going to be about surviving hunger. This survivor is going to be about how they are going to live comfortably, and they will not mind. They won't even care about things that will be ruined in the process, because this is actually calling for a change, and the masses are angry because there's nobody they could trust, because once upon a time the governors will be the ones who, during the NSAS protests, considering that Nigerians has been protesting peacefully for before the Lekki massacre until fire was opened on Nigerians, and we all see the way Nigerians retaliated. If not that there was a voice that was pleading to Nigerians, the voice of the governor of Lagos State then, it was, and that was the only voice that could calm Nigeria then during the Lekki massacre, that stopped them from destroying the properties of the government. But now, who do Nigerians have to trust? There's nobody for Nigerians to trust. Is it the governors that are not even paying the remunerations of workers, or the governors that are owing their workers salaries, or who do you even want, who do you expect Nigerians to trust in this case? There's no precedent for Nigerians to trust. I mean, the president that removed subsidy on day one of being in office, and also the way things are becoming expensive, and he is saying that there is no other way other than this hardship that Nigerians are experiencing. So by the time war will break out, you should not expect Nigerians to go ahead and say, let's listen to this person, because there's virtually nobody amongst our leaders that Nigerians are willing to listen to. Yes, we all know that Nigeria is a very prayerful country, but in this case, I'm not sure Nigerians are willing to listen to even the voices of religious leaders, because Nigerians are becoming angry. And just yesterday, a writer and a social media influencer, Reno Omokri, he made a post on Instagram, on his X handle, and he said this administration should not be blamed, because what is currently happening is as a result of the problems that Nigerians have accumulated for a very long time. Very quickly, we'll be looking at this post. According to him, I'll make a summary. He said what this administration did was to end subsidy and float the naira, and he said meaning that the market forces of demand and supply will now determine the value of the naira. He said if Nigerians were using the subsidized dollars to develop Nigeria, maybe it would have made sense for it to continue, but we were using it for $20 million a day on MTN. So according to him, he said Nigerians are spending on things that are coming from outside the country. We are patronizing people from outside. And according to him, he made a motion and he raised it as an hashtag. He said, grow Naira, buy Nigeria. And he said, we should drive innocent, we should call with Glow, we should build with Dangote and BUA, we should eat with NASCO, we should drink Zobo, we should celebrate with palm wine, we should shop with local markets, we should watch Eyimba and Kano Pillars, we should see Nollywood movies at Silverbed, we should wear our Ashoke, Agbada Babangida or Isiagu. Now, I have no issue with all of these things that Reno Mokri has said, because everybody has the right to put whatever they want to put up on their social media handle. But can we start this thing from the top? He said we should visit local made products. We should patronize local made products. Now, I am sure this man that is saying we should patronize local made products is as well wearing Italian suits, is as well wearing Italian wristwatch, is wearing all of these things that are not even made in the country. So let's forget about this one. Let's look at our leaders. How many of them are not on suits? Most of these people wear their suits. Most of these people patronize when they are ill. They visit outside the country to get themselves, diagnosed, they patronize hospitals outside the country. If our presidents, if our leaders can learn to patronize hospitals in our locality, maybe other Nigerians will follow suit. If during their parties, they don't order for their ashobis outside the country, they patronize local made products. Maybe it will be easy for Nigerians to say that they are leading by examples. But most of our leaders are not even most of their children are not even in this country. They are not schooling in this country. They are not feeling the burdens of Nigeria. They said we should patronize, build with Dangote and BUA. We all know what the price of cement is saying in the country now. Today we have a video of a person who molded block. I think they run a block factory. He molded block um with Dangote cement, and when the next day they wanted to pick up this block, they could not pick up the block. You have the video in display very soon. We are patronizing these people. But first, the prices of those things are not affordable for an average Nigerian. So how do you want an average Nigerian to be able to patronize this thing? And considering the fact that we are patronizing these people, but we are getting things that are below quality. I would like that we have the video on display so you can see what Nigerians are reacting to. So this is going to lead us to another post that was made by Sheyi Tinubu, the son of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday, he made a post on his Instagram handle, and he said there is no joy in what is currently happening in the country, that Nigerians should please bear with his father's administration. And there's a lot of reactions on social media that it is easy for him to say all of these things when he is not really feeling the pains of Nigerians. So some of the things that he said there is no joy in seeing the people of this nation shoulder burdens that should have been shared years ago. I wish today's difficulty did not exist, but we must endure if we are to reach the good side of our future. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This was what he said. Then his son made a repost of this on his social media, and trust me, Nigerians did not even take it lightly with him. There are a lot of reactions on X as to what he meant by these things that he has said. So I'm going to read some of the reactions of Nigerians to. I'm going to read some of Nigerians' reactions as to what he said. So Nigerians are saying he's giving us advice. He's giving us advice to bear the burden, to bear the burden for his father's administration, because he's actually not feeling the pain. I mean, somebody that is wearing a wristwatch worth over $250. So what do you expect from somebody like that? So they can only imagine. They can only react according to what they see on social media, according to what the media is feeding them with. But they are not in this. Only the masses can explain this. And this will lead us to the second outline for today, which is taken from Vanguard. And it says cement manufacturers agree on 7,000 to 8,000 naira for 50 kg per bag. So in a meeting with the federal government and the cement manufacturers, they meet over escalating price of cement brainstorm on challenges facing cement manufacturer, and they agreed on 7,000 naira to 8,000 naira per 50 kg bag of cement. So there were a lot of persons in attendance, from representatives of the federal government to the ministers, the honorable ministers of work, His Excellency Engineer Unweze David Umahi, together with honorable Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in attendance. So according to them, some of the challenges noted at the meeting include cost of gas, high import duty on spare parts, bad road, high foreign exchange, smuggling of cement to neighboring nations. So these were some of the challenges they considered that led to the increase in the prices of cement from 5,000 naira to 13,000 naira as it is now. In some places in Lagos State, as of yesterday, they were selling a bag of cement for 12,500. In some places, it was 12,000 naira, but other places they were selling for 13,000 naira. So according to the outcome of the meeting, some of the challenges they noted out is the fact that the cost of gas and everything is part of the reason why these things were the price of these things inflated. And the result of the meeting is that the government noted the challenge and they said the Federal Ministry of Work should pay attention to fixing the road. Now, my question is, will this road be fixed? I mean, the road has been like this for a very long time. Yes, we commend the work of the federal government for some places, commend the work of the state government for some places like the what really was before, but now they are working on it. But how about the places that we cannot see? I mean, imagine the Epe to Itokin road. And these are places that trucks are passing through virtually every day. These are places that they pass through to link their supermarket. Most time, because of the traffic on the mainland axis, they take Epe to Itokin road. They lead it to Ikorodu road, but that road remain as it is. So now they said they are going to fix the road. This is road that has been like that for a very long time. When will it be fixed? And they arrived at a price at 7,000, 8,000 naira as the wholesale price for a bag of cement. Now, before it will get to the final consumer, what is the tendency that people will still not be buying a bag of cement for 10,000 naira to 11,000 naira before it will get to the consumers? It is still with what is the difference between 1,500 and what is the tendency that this thing is sustainable? What is the tendency that this thing is going to be like that on the long run? What is the tendency that they will not come up and say something comes up again? Because I import on spare parts. I mean, the dollar is on as of today. A dollar to naira is still 1,000. A naira to dollar is around 1,710 naira. It keep on getting increase as the day is going. So what is the tendency that this thing is still going to, the dollar is going to be at the price that we have it now, that it is not going to increase to the point that these people are still going to say that no, this thing is no longer viable. They can no longer consider this thing because dollar is increasing and the spare parts that they are buying for their machines, it is not something they can consider again. They mentioned bad road. They mentioned cost of gas. AKA, this country, now, high foreign exchange. And they also mentioned the case of smuggling of cement to neighboring nations. Who are these smugglers? Who are these smugglers? Who are they that they could not be mentioned? Who are they that they could not be mentioned to the hearing of Nigerians? And they only mentioned the case of smugglers, but it was never mentioned penalty that I mean, you know, this is our country. They said they are going to sell this bag of cement at 7,000 or 8,000. There was no fixed price. This is an option. It is either they sell for 7,000 or it should be between 7,000 naira to 8,000 naira. But what about the cases of people that sell beyond 8,000 naira? What is the penalty for them? And this is a problem in this country, that we come together to talk about the problem, but we don't talk about the penalties, the consequences that anybody that sell this thing beyond this price will face. There's no penalty for them. That means they will go scot-free. They will not be arrested. They will not be banned from doing this thing. There is no consequence. They are not facing any consequence. And this is why people people feel like they can do things and get away with it because there's no consequence for it. There's no consequence for people that sell this cement beyond this price. And we still see a lot of people that sell at retail price for 9,500, for 10,000 naira before it will get to the final consumer. And Nigerians are still shouldering this problem. Now, why can't the federal government also arise at the same solution for prices of goods and services? The court made an order on the 7th of this month that they should fix the prices of foodstuff. Now, I believe the reason why they could not fix the price of foodstuff is because it is none of their business. They don't know what Nigerians are experiencing. They don't know how Nigerians are suffering, how they are struggling to bring out the money in their pocket to pay for these things. Now, because cement is affecting them, I mean, most of these people build every day, and they discover that this thing is swallowing their money, and they feel like we need to tackle this thing. They are building things for themselves, and they feel like, oh, this thing, I budgeted 500 million or $3 trillion or naira for this particular thing I want to do. Now, because of the amount they are placing on cement, the amount on the building materials and everything, I'm having more than my budget. It is now times two of my budget. No, we need to work on this, and it is fixed because it is affecting them. Now, because food is not affecting them, they can easily say they want to eat fried rice in their house, and they have fried rice on their table. They don't know the price of these things. It is the masses, the poor Nigerians that are experiencing the pain. So it is not easy for them to arrive at a conclusion. The only thing they said on the 15th, or on the 15th with the meeting they had, the committee that was set up on the prices of goods and services, the only thing they had is that there is no longer importation. They are going to improve on local production. There was no strategy, no solution was arrived at on how they are going to fix these prices. We only heard, we are planning to. Nothing was arrived at, and it is making me to wonder if the lives of Nigerians is really important to this administration. Because I mean, as it is, so it does not look like the life of the masses is of any importance to this administration. And to those that are still supporting what is happening now, we give you kudos, we give you well done. Thank God you are the one that is suffering it the most. Now we leave this in the hands of Nigerians. We want you to rant, regardless of where you are watching us from. Whether you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching this session on Facebook, or you're watching us on the website, or you're watching us on YouTube. Please do well to drop your opinion in the comment section. Speak your mind in the comment section. We want to know how you are feeling, how you think, especially on this new price that is fixed on cement and everything. And this will bring us to the end of the newspaper review for today. Thank you all so much for staying tuned with us till this session. Until I come your way again, I am Ayo. Before I leave the studio, I would like that you follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, on Instagram, we are Prime Media TV. On the website, we are enginespeak.com. Do well to follow us on that website to get back to back on all that we do at enginespeak.com. At the same time, you can follow us on YouTube at EngineSpeak. Also, there is an online mall that we know that you are going to benefit from, and we're introducing remy.com.ng to you, where it is an online mall that you can shop for anything at all. As you can see, it's been displayed on the screen. They sell all kind of things. You can do well to visit at remy.com.ng, and trust me, they deliver swiftly. If you're in Lagos, they deliver within 3 working days, and if you're outside Lagos, they deliver within 7 working days. Thank you all so much for staying tuned with us to this session. Please do well to drop your opinion in the comment section. Till I come your way again, I am Ayo, and do have a great day.